Hello, hello. I was just looking down there with my eyes, just making sure that my mic was actually coming through. It would really be good to have this monitor here, which shows me my live stream just up there. Maybe I'll work on that. Anyway, this is my first evening stream I've done in quite a while, actually. Most of my live streams, if I have done them, because I had a few days off, were in the afternoon, because since coming off of caffeine, I've been exhausted, sleeping a lot, unmotivated, all that good stuff. So this is week 11 of 2022. And the video you just saw, if you did see it, it looks like there's one person. Oh, there is actually one person watching, but I can't actually see who it is, or if it's on Twitch or YouTube or whatever. But anyway, that was my 11th track from my Put Out a Track a Week challenge. I need to think of a more catchy name for it than that. And I had a thought. Today, 1 year ago, was the first day of the lockdown here in France. And I was doing a gig with my good friend Charlie, who was doing the photography. And he always gets up and has a bit of a rap and a sing-song and stuff like that. So, yeah, this past year has been really interesting for me. I started producing music, and I'm now releasing a track a week, whereas a year ago today, I will actually say it was the furthest thing from my mind. I never thought I was going to be doing it. But we've all had to adapt massively, haven't we? So today we're going to make a little tune together. If you're watching and you want to get involved, just write a little comment and go, hello, I want to get involved. And then you just answer some questions. And with the questions that you answer, I find different sounds and we create a track together. And you're free to take that away and do what you will with it. You can... people don't really do the whole ringtone thing anymore, do they? They used to be like, want customized ringtones. Yeah, but they don't really do that anymore. I'm just going to have a really quick look to see something. It's all good. So, the other good thing about today is I had my first gig in a long time. Somebody contacted me, somebody texted me and said, you don't know me, but, and I play guitar and sing as well. And I went round to somebody's chalet for their 50th birthday party, and I played some sing-along tunes. I think I played Summer of '69, Don't Look Back in Anger, a bit of U2, and Journey. We ended on Journey, and my throat is a little bit... I was basically... There was no mics or anything. I was just bellowing it out across the room, and it was really good fun. So, yeah, all good. Good fun. Right, so we're going to create a track together. Oh, the light just did something funny then. I went over here. I think it's because of the light behind me. Anyway, yeah, as I said, if you're watching, you want to get involved, just say hello and I'll ask you some questions and we'll make a tune together. So first things first, let us change views like so. And what I didn't do was load up my template. That's the word. I've been having a tendency to forget things because since giving up caffeine, I've been all a bit like that, which has been quite interesting. Interesting indeed. So somebody's on Twitch. Hello to you on Twitch. Don't be shy. Say a little hello. Let's make a tune together. Let's get involved. And by the way, if you did see that track, which you may not have, this here is a link to my latest release. There you go. So you can have a look and see what kind of music. John, how the devil are you? So, John, how come you're not watching Momentum Monday? And Kirstine over on Facebook. Bloody hell, I've not the spooky one. I've not seen Kirstine in a long time. Backward Snow. Yeah. John, did you see my video that I just posted? Yeah, basically, because I've given up caffeine, I've been struggling to get motivation and energy to do anything. So it snowed today, and I just did a video of the snow and put it in slow motion. And I was like, it's a bit rubbish. And then I thought, oh, hang on, make it look all old school, like grainy, and then make the snow go backwards. And it actually works quite well with the strings that are on the tune that I did. So that's cool. So guys, John and Kirstine, should we make a tune together? Yes, let's. That would be good. So questions. If I do this and this, the questions just randomly pop up. Amazing, right? There's one I prepared earlier. What instruments do you want to hear? And you may answer, but you don't have to. What tempo and a descriptive word? Because you can't have coffee grains. Yes, I put grains in the video because I can't have coffee grains. So what's new with you, Kirstine, anyway? I haven't seen you for ages. Have you got anything exciting with the radio going on or stuff like that? Flute. Cool. Right, let's start there. Ah, yes, I saw that. I wish I had the courage to quit caffeine. I've got to say, the headaches are one thing, but feeling like you're not able to achieve anything. I've always kind of classed myself. Well, actually no, not always. But with coffee, I class myself as like, I've got an idea, just get started, just do it. And since stopping caffeine, it's been 8 days now. Man, it's just literally questioning my life, going like, is my life just going to go totally downhill because I just want to curl up in a ball in front of TV? Netflix. No, sorry. Actually, Amazon Prime, I've been watching something called Electric Dreams, which has reminiscence of The Twilight Zone many, many years ago. 2 weeks and you'll be fine. So, Kirstine, have you quit caffeine at some point? Have you quit caffeine? Kirstine? Caffeine, Kirstine. Anyway, flute. So we have flute sounds we can pick. Descriptive word, guys. Yeah, let's pick that one. Right, I'm just going to read some of the comments here. So at what point do you put it in and go back to caffeine, if ever? So Kirstine stops every 6 months. I think that's very wise. Do you know what? I don't think I ever want to go back to caffeine. John, you'll know what I'm talking about, and Kirstine, you may not know because you haven't done the music course that I've done. But basically, Mellotron flute. Sorry, Mellotron flute. Where was that? There's mellow. Is that the one you mean? The mellow flute? It is a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah, so is that the flute you meant? John? What? My mind's gone. Blah. Oh, yeah. So basically, every time you have coffee, it stops you feeling sleepy. However, your body's like, I need to rest, but you keep stopping me. So on and on and on and on. You just, you just keep on like having it's like paying a loan back. You need to pay it back eventually, right? The one you chose was a Mellotron. Oh, this flute? Sorry, this flute. Yeah, I think there is quite a long delay. So the one I chose. Okay. Yeah, basically I throw everything into live and I don't think too much about it. On the Slack group, everybody's talking so much about plugins, about technical stuff, and at some point that is going to be useful to me, but at this moment it's not. Oh my God, The Shining. Kirstine, why did you say, oh my God, The Shining? So I have coffee replacement. It's chicory and some other roots or something. It tastes okay. Actually, it tastes better than coffee because coffee doesn't actually taste very good. The spooky flute. Oh, okay. Yes, that is some spooky playing there, isn't it? So let's just go over to here and pick a key. E flat. And let's go for Phrygian. Let's see what that sounds like. For some reason, that's reminding me of James Bond. Where, right, imagine this. Ursula Anderson. It's Ursula Anderson walks out of the water and James Bond is sat on the beach. This is like in the early 80s or something, and she flips her hair and the music goes... No, not that. This. For some reason, I need to turn this light down. I'm whiting myself out. Is that better? I think that's better. Anyway, that's just what came to mind. I'm just rabbling. I've been rabbling for about 20 minutes and not actually made any music, have I? So guys, come... Oh, Shining. So Kirstine, you've just made me think of... I'm going to use that shining word. The shining term to look for a sound. What's this? Right, we're going to use that as one of the sounds. And chicory. I'm just going to type in chicory just to see if something comes up. In fact, I think it's spelt chick-or-ree. It's spelt something like that. So nothing's come up, and I'm just going to delete the last letter until something pops up. Chico, chick, synth keys, greasy chicken. Let's see what that sounds like. Right, we're going to use that greasy chicken sound. We might end up using that as a bass, actually. Nope, I'm going to use the greasy chicken sound here. Right, I think we have a bassist there. And I'm thinking, for some reason, about 90 beats per minute. I've no idea why, but that's what I'm thinking. Let's move over to here. Kirstine, do you like my transition, by the way? Watch. When it goes from that. And that's Ben in the background. Controller. There I am. Right. Hi, Ben. Your mum's in the room. Right, let's start with greasy chicken sound. Metronome is on. I'm just going to play around and discover something. Okay. Oh, and I've just realised that when I push harder, it does this. Ready? And I didn't know that. That's cool. I love it when you push, you do a sound. And it, modulation? I'm sure John could tell me what that's called. Would you know? Anyway. Let's add a bit of verb. And what about this? And let's use that flute line that just jumped into my head earlier. 2, 3, 4. Sounds like a high pass filter. Yeah, John, I'm not sure what it is. Greasy chicken clavinet. I can't even read. Yeah, I would have no idea how to change that. I'm sure somebody could. Oh, obviously somebody could. But yeah, I quite like it. So let's have a listen. Okay, it's not going to win any awards, but it's kind of interesting. Let's go. I'm just going to have a pretty straightforward bass sound, I think. Not anything. Oh yeah, so John, why are you not doing the Mondays thing? Not magnetic. Momentum Mondays. You don't do Momentum Mondays? At the moment, I kind of feel like it would kind of be a bit of a waste of time. I would just sit there being a bit monged out. I probably will get back on them, but yeah. Live is fantastic. Like, I know it doesn't really matter what DAW you use, but yeah. And if I started doing live stuff with this, I think I mean there'd be so much stuff I could do. I don't really know what that was. The bass line, right? Oh, it's a triplet thing. 1, 2, tick, tick. John is saying it's too time consuming. I like Momentum Mondays, but getting in the studio is the best use of my time. It is really, really long, isn't it? And I like... when I first started watching it, one of the main things we did was just have the form that you print out and you do a self-assessed for the past week. Yeah, I really liked that. That was fantastic. I think if you're totally lost, Momentum Mondays is really, really good, and I will get back into it. But at the moment, I just think to myself, what do I need to do? I know what I need to do. Like, I have to do this. I cannot let my live stream slip. And sometimes I'll get on and it's just like, right, I'm just going to do a 10-minute splurge an idea around. John is saying, yes, I love live. Been a user since Live 6. Still don't know what I'm doing. John, were you here when I said about a year ago today and the start of the lockdown? Were you here then? I'm just going to have a swig of my drink. So yeah, let me know, were you here when I mentioned about a year ago today? And the other thing, what day are you releasing your track, John? I'm doing every Monday, and I think I got confused with numbers. Like, I think last week I wrote down number 9, but when I wrote down 11, I was like, oh, double figures. It feels really good to be in the double figures. You weren't here. Okay, so all I was saying was a year ago today, I was doing one of my very last wedding gigs, and a really good friend of mine called Charlie was with me, and it was a wedding gig in Megève, a ski resort. And yeah, basically the night of that gig at midnight was the first lockdown here in France, and I obviously didn't have a clue what was actually to come. But looking back over the last year, and I'm not trying to big myself up, it's actually kind of going to help me feel a bit better about myself, because I've had a hell of a lot of ups and downs. But basically, a year ago today, making original music was the last thing on my mind. I was just DJing mainly weddings, really enjoying sometimes DJing house music with a sax player. I dabbled in the past with music production, but since doing Mike's course, it's just totally changed my focus. In the last year, I've learned how to live stream. Kirstine, that was on here, I'm not sure if she's on here anymore, but Kirstine, that was on here. I worked on it. She got me a job on a radio station, helping them do twice weekly live stream. So John is just saying, I've been releasing on Fridays. But I went a little mad last week and decided not to release my track. I think I'll release the 2 this week. Oh, Kirstine is still here. Professor D live streaming. Do you know what, Kirstine? I have to admit, I've learned to simplify my live streams. I'm now using OBS, which I keep looking at there. And I've just got 2 cameras. I sold my expensive camera. I bought a new Mac Mini. But basically attempting to use, what was it? The Blackmagic Pros. Sorry, the Blackmagic box. I can't remember what it's called. That was a headache. I mean, it was reliable, and because sometimes I open this up and it just doesn't work. I need to open and close it a couple of times. And originally I bought it because it has HDMI inputs. Now, what I've discovered, hopefully when I pick this, it won't. Right, this box here, it's a HDMI capture card. It costs €20 on Amazon, and it works just as good as I think Elgato have an Elgato Camlink 4K, and it's €140. And it works. This is what I'm using here, and it works just as good. So I think I've definitely can't actually plug that in now. I think I've learnt a lot. Yes. By the way, Kirstine, I've got 2 other cameras to sell if you want to do more live streaming. John says, I need to start live streaming soon. Have you done any live streaming, John? I've actually... well, tell you what, I'm just going to throw down maybe a drum part to this, and then I'll remind me to come back to the live streaming thing because I want to help. Yes. So let's go back over here. Just there. I'm not keen on the lighting of those two. The lighting on this one looks better, doesn't it? That lighting there looks better, and then this one looks a bit too white. Bear with me. Work in progress, isn't it? I think I can actually turn this fella and make it a bit warmer. Bit warmer? Anyway, I'm digressing. Not one bit. Right. Remind me. We'll come back to that. Okay. Got to go make baby milk. You got to go and milk the baby. Very good. Kirstine, it's really, really cool to see you on here again. And let's not do a coffee soon. You can have coffee and I'll just drink an uncoffee thing or something. But yeah, give me a message and we'll catch up this week. That'd be great. Say later, Kirstine. Right, where are we? Oh, that was it. So, this automatically had some triplets going on, and I feel the need to put this down an octave. I really do attempt to do minimal editing. Normally when I'm throwing down or splurging a musical idea, as you know, John, you do as least editing as possible. But because I know people are watching, I always do a little bit, just a little bit. So, oh yeah, so you may find this slightly amusing, John. For probably 6 months, when I wanted to put something down an octave, I would, control click, and then I would go, that's A#1, and then I would hold it and drag it down, right? I'll just get rid of my face a minute. Yeah, I'd hold it and drag it down, hopefully down to the A#0. Yeah, A#0 down here. And then on one of these live streams, which is absolutely fantastic, somebody said, do you know that all you need to do is put shift and cursor down and it'll put down an octave? And I was like, oh, no, I didn't. So I'm learning loads doing this live stream, and also, what's her name? Wow, my God. Her name is Olivia. Olivia. There was a few of us that started our own mastermind group to help motivate each other and stuff like that. And Olivia was on it from the leap. And yeah, she sort of helped direct me to, I'm not putting words together well. She helped me just with editing. Like somebody was sending in a sound. I think the very first one, it was New Year's Day or very close after, and she sent in some fireworks. And part of it it was random, and then part of it went glong, glong, klah. And I was like, there's a drum beat. But I didn't have any idea how to actually get it in time with what I was doing. So she helped me a lot with that. So I'm learning a lot doing these live streams. John, you can also type -12 in the notes section. All right. The notes section. I don't actually know where the notes section is. I don't really know what you mean by that. What do you mean by that? Oh, John, there's something maybe you can help me with. So when I have... Well, I know this is a bass line, but for example, actually, let's click on here. This is the flute line. And I now know... well, that's interesting. This is Ableton 11, and I used to be able to press scale, and it would only show the notes of the scale. But for some reason, it's not doing that which I guess doesn't matter too much, but okay, it's not doing it now. So my point was, I wanted to be able to just copy something here and just move it up so it would instantly be a harmony that would sound pretty good. And I'm wondering if you know of some workaround to to just get rough harmonies in. Obviously I can just play them, but just in case there's a quicker way just to splurge harmonies, just to go, okay, copy, move it up, paste it, let's listen to it next time. Right, I said I was going to do the drums because I'm now digressing. To the left of the piano roll, the long white rectangle is the note section. Let's have a look. Oh, did I move? No, I didn't move it down. Brilliant. So, the piano roll, to the left of the piano roll, the long white rectangle is the note section. Long white rectangle. This? I wonder if, is that the one you mean? Where it says notes, G sharp 1 minus F sharp 2. Is that what you're talking about, John? Again, we have a delay, so I'm going to have to be very patient. In fact, I'll have a little swig of my drink. Right, in there, so you're saying I click in there and I just type minus 12. Oh. Ah. Oh, cool. Thanks, John. There you go. Learning all the time. And actually, while I'm at it, I've just realized that these chords here, they need to be put down. I actually find the shift down. They need to be put down an octave. Right, let's put some drums in. Yeah. But the shift cursor is faster anyway. I guess it is faster for octaves, but maybe if I want to like move it up a fifth, that would be good to do that. Just put +5. However, I'm wondering whether it would be possible. You don't know any harmony workaround. I'm wondering, because Ableton 11 has the little scale thing, when that's working, maybe it's possible to keep it in the scale and just put up a third and it would just stay in key. Anyway, these are things that I normally don't go down a rabbit hole to try and find out. I've been meeting a lot of producers in the last year that know huge amounts about Ableton Live or loads and loads of plugins, but they haven't released anything for 2 years. And yes, I've got so much to learn, but I'm releasing. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know which way is better. Right, browse, drum kit. Randomly pick a kit, la 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 la, that one. And it stopped. Don't know why it stopped. Let's just go across there and pick that one. and I pressed the button too late, so let's just cut that off there. Two, three, four. That's peeking out like crazy. Same here. Good on you. Our way is better. Release V nothing. Easy win there. Release V nothing. Oh yeah, sorry. Release versus nothing. Obviously there's an easy winner. Yeah. And do you know what? Because I've been super unmotivated. In fact, even before I cut down coffee, I was really struggling with my motivation. No matter what I was doing, it just didn't seem to make any difference. And I really think once I get through this coffee thing, it's going to be way better. My moods are going to be less. I'm definitely way more mellow at the moment. And when I am finally getting in front of live, I'm not rushing. And before, when I was caffeined up, I was rushing. And I know that doesn't sound like much of a difference, but just to be there and like, oh, fuck it, I can't be bothered, it's not working. It's not a good way to be making music, is it? So this is what it is. It sounds pretty cheesy, you know, you're sort of, right, let's look at this paths thing. Let's have a look, shall we? What is the purpose of the track? Well, the purpose is I'm sat on a beach and there are like kids playing in the water and everything's mellow and I'm off coffee and I feel good. And then this tune comes on. Without the metronome. Finally. Cool. By the way, John, it's amazing how many producers are quite surprised when I go, like now, I could have done this in like 10 minutes or something. I totally know what you mean. It's kind of like meditating. When I'm tense and rushing, I get nothing out of it. Yeah. On coffee, when I'm meditating, I think I've been meditating every day since Mike recommended the meditation app, Waking Up. And the main thing I got from that is don't try to fix things. When you're meditating, don't try and fix the thoughts. Let them come to you. Sometimes you have to delve into them deeply and not allow yourself to get affected by them. And then they kind of just lighten up and disperse. It's not cheesy, I hear goodness. Okay, cool. Well, that's all good. If this interests you at all, I would like to gift it to you. It would actually be really, really cool if I gave this to you and you did something with it. That'd be awesome. Because this really isn't my cup of tea. Anyway, I'm digressing. Let's move over to here. And as always, super quick arrangement. Then we'll get on the subject of live streaming. So session view, they're on. So I'm now just recording those parts, the loops in, like that. So about the live streaming, I did a couple of live streams. Mikhail, he's very, 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 very involved on the Slack group. He's all over it. I did a live stream, basically a live stream tutorial. And I wanted to do a live stream so other people could watch the recording and so that they could get some goodness out of it. So if you would like help using OBS on a Mac. Yeah, John, Stromcraft. What a great name, hey? Brilliant. I think is he Dutch or something like that? Yeah, if I can help with any live streaming stuff and multi-streaming platforms, then I will. Yeah. So a little funny thing with Ableton 11. I don't know if it's Ableton 11 or Ableton 11 on the M1 Mac. So I used to be able to... I'll do this again. So I used to be able to click here and then Command A to to lose my mind. What was I saying? Command A to select all. That is the word, the term I'm looking for. Then I would just go over here, drag that across. That'd be great. I just need to acquire a decent webcam. Do you have a webcam? You will be very surprised. I don't think you need a very good webcam. In my experience, light is way more important. Let's do something here. So, this fella here, if I put the main screen on, in fact, maybe I have a test screen. No, I don't. Okay. Yeah, if I just have this, I'm just going to demonstrate something. So, if I turn both of my lights off, and I move this fella, kind of got it taped on at the moment. I probably messed everything up. But anyway, yes, I'm upside down because I had to put it upside down. This webcam is incredibly cheap. In fact, if I go here and I close that and... Right, this is my test screen, so I'm just wanting to... I just want to demonstrate something. Move that up a bit. Little big. So, I know this isn't, for example, it's not as good as... That looks funny. So this one here, this is it's not a digital SLR, it's a mirrorless camera. And I've got two of those with nice flippy screens on, and they're about, I picked them up for about €250, and I really like them. They're simple to use, and they're close to a digital SLR, HDMI outputs, and they're great. Now, but the thing is this fella, I think you could probably spend €30 on a webcam like this. Now, it's not great. However, let's stick the lighting on. I know it's not as good as the other cameras I have, but, you know, I would get yourself some good lighting. In fact, there's a possibility that this webcam, that webcam's only set to 720p. So if I actually set it to high, I've probably just totally messed everything up on the other screen now because I had it set to 27p. I think that's pretty bloody good. And it's because of the lighting, basically. Right, now I need to put that back to 720. And then hopefully everything else. Yeah, do not let equipment be the reason why you're not starting, because unfortunately I hear that so much. Oh, I need to do this. What is it like? Oh, I have to get this first before I do it. It doesn't matter if your webcam. What is a webcam? If your webcam is 720, that one's 1080, and I bought it as part of a pack. But I picked up, I think it was €40. I picked up the Logitech cam, a really small one, €40, and it was, I think it was a 720 one, and it looked better than that. And I sold that and I kept this because I only need this for that. Your cowardice is the real reason. Dude, just do it. I'm getting better at this by doing it. Like, I think I'm right in saying that I haven't done this many, right? So there was a period when I was doing one every day for a couple of months, and then I burnt myself out. There's normally nobody there, to be honest. If you want good practice, just put it out to YouTube. I have not picked up any passers-by on YouTube. The people I pick up are on Twitch, or their friends on Facebook, because I go out to Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, my Facebook profile, and my Facebook DJ page. Normally there's no one there. So just go out to YouTube. And I've actually said this to a few people. On your first one, if you want no one there, then there's probably not going to be anyone there, right? And you get comfortable with talking to yourself. And the other thing is that if you want somebody to support you, I'll jump on for 10 minutes. My friend Benoit, he wanted me to just sit and watch his live stream, and he found out that the sound on his door wasn't coming through, and he wouldn't have known that. And anyway, I was sat there just checking it out for him and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really happy to help out. It makes me feel an overwhelming sense of worth, like, because at the moment, not working, it's like, what am I doing with my life? Anyway, I'm digressing. Back to this. Where are we? We're here. So this here, I was talking about, I was talking about this, wasn't I? So Ableton 10, I would be able to press Command and deselect this by pressing Command and then the mouse button. Now, it's not doing it. I would be able to deselect that, and when it deselects, it would then look like this because I deselected that, right? Then I would just move that across. Move that across, and now I can deselect that. See, I deselected it, and move that across, deselect that, move that across. And this is how I do my really quick arrangements, just to throw an idea down. Select there, select that, move it across, deselect that. So yeah, there's a weird bug where that deselecting, when everything is over, hang on, that side, it doesn't deselect. So John, if you really want to just start with live streaming and you want me to give you shit and make you do it in the next week, I will help you. It could be like my mission. And even though I'm not on coffee, it would just make me, it would give me a good sense of well-being. So now we're going to not have that. The drums are going to keep going. Right, I used that technique too. Let me check. So John, do you have Ableton 11? I only got Ableton 11 because I got a new Mac Mini M1 and it said that Ableton 11 was fully compatible with the new Mac Minis. And do you know what? It's not. Most of my projects Oh, in fact, this isn't that bad. So, oh, you're going to check something. Okay. If I just go to this, oh, you do have 11. Up here, you've got your CPU readout on the top right where my cursor is now. Well, basically, when I've just got a template up with nothing in it, sometimes it's hovering at 30%. And I know Ableton 11 has to go through Rosetta 2 or whatever it is. But, it just seems a little bit weird. And rendering takes fucking ages as well. I'm sure they'll iron out all the problems, and I managed to get a good deal on my Mac Mini, so I think in the long run it will be worth it. Yeah, so check on that. And what do? I'll have some fake coffee. I'm now looking at the two cameras I have, and one is quite nice and yellowy, and then the other one is really cold looking. As I've said, it's a work in progress. Yeah, there must be some sort of setting there. Anyway. So John, if you wanted to get yourself a better than a webcam, a Sony A5100. They're a few years old now. I've just wrote there. But they have a flip-up screen that flips all the way around, like I showed you. The Sony A6000, it's a better camera. But it's a bit more complicated. The screen doesn't flip all the way around because it's really, really handy to look at a camera and then just look at the flip-up screen and you know if you're in the frame or whatever they call it. But yeah, the Sony A5100, if you can get one of those cheap, they're really cool. Yeah. I think I got mine for about 250... Actually, one of them for €200 or something like that. But cheap webcam's good as well. So, your laptop didn't like me opening live while Twitch is on. No worries. Does that mean that your laptop crashed or something like that? John, can you just remind me, did you see my video from this week's tune? Because normally what I do when people are watching, I'll say, and before we listen to this tune, let's have a listen to this week's release that I did. And then I normally put it on. So let me know. Oh, wow. I have not dropped any frames during this live stream. That's amazing. And I've been on for 55 minutes. Oh, that's kind of cool. Anyway, right. So, John, while you're sorting this out, I'm just going to put my latest release that came out on Monday, my 11th release of this year. And, I had a bit of a play around. Sorry, I got disconnected. Yes, play it. Okay, I will put it on now and then we'll have a listen to this, okay? See you in a bit. Damn it, I need to know those things. You need to know what things? What things? Will I need a separate machine dedicated to streaming? I think... So most streamers that are playing games, they're playing games that are like really CPU intensive, right? And therefore they have their PCs seem to be better at streaming than Macs for some reason. Maybe that's changing, but when I first started buying equipment, I was like, what? This isn't for the Mac. What the hell? Yeah, John, when I was talking about cameras, I was just talking about what these cameras were. The Sony, I've written it in the chat, yeah, the Sony A5100 has the flip-up screen, and it's really reasonably priced. And then the capture card is about $20. But do not, just go ahead and buy a couple of cheap webcams, and then I really would recommend some video lighting. You could probably spend... I think I spent €60 on the two lights that I have. Yeah, at some point we can go over that again. Maybe we can arrange a time where I do just go over live stream stuff, and I invite a few people from the Leap on. Will I need a separate machine? I'm just using a Mac Mini. I was using my laptop. It was a bit... Well, I had my laptop, which is a MacBook Pro 2018, 16 gigabyte of RAM, 512 SSD, and it was an i7. And I had the laptop down here, and then I've got two screens. This screen, I have Ableton Live and my chat. And this screen, I have OBS. But if you've got a laptop, you only need one other screen. And the reason why you need a separate screen is for you to be able to see my mouse here, you have to do a display capture, not a... what are the other things? Yeah, that's something I can explain later. So you just need an external monitor. Or my Mac Mini here, and I've got two monitors. Yeah. Like a diffused box type of light. It's called a soft box. However, soft boxes take up loads and loads of room. You want a video light, right? I'm just going to have a quick look on Amazon. I just typed in video light. I have something like this. In fact, I've got one of these. When I was doing stuff outside, yeah, this is a softbox here. When I was doing stuff outside, I put what's called a Fresnel on it, and it was like the sun. It was so bright. Anyway, I'm digressing. Yeah, it's just something like that. Is a nice flat light. And I think I bought something like this with two things on it. The ones that I have, you can turn the brightness up and down, which is really, really handy, because sometimes there's a load of light coming through that window and I need to turn it right up. And the great thing about these, if I go over to here, controller view, is you can see I turn that down. And the more I turn this up, that's now really bright. But all that happens is that because it's a really good camera, the light in the background gets darker. Obviously there's glare on the things, but I don't look totally whited out, right? So that's why having a good camera like this is really cool. But you don't need one. So again, if I turn this down, you'll see that light at the back get a lot brighter, which is kind of cool. Anyway, I'm doing my good digression. Yeah, so I got a couple of video lights that are kind of stuck on the ceiling, sort of just above. And it's probably not great to be wearing these glasses. You can see the video lights in my glasses, right? But I first noticed that when Mike's live streams looked really good. And then he turned one of the lights off and it looked really dull. And I was like, oh my God, that makes a massive difference. Yeah. Does that answer your question? So yeah, a video light. Oh yeah, sorry. The other thing is that the video lights that I have, yes, you've got brightness and you've also got what's called the lumens, which is if it's like a blue light or a yellow light. I'll look for those lights. Thank you. No worries. No worries. Yeah, so we had a little listen. We did listen to my video. Okay, cool. It's funny that the tune that I put out this week, there's something wrong with the bottom end. Like, and I couldn't put my finger on it. And I'm like, do you know what? I just don't have time to delve into it too much. It's not as big as I would have liked it, but it is what it is. And it's fine. It's fine, right? Right, let's have a listen to this tune. And yeah, I'm going to turn my mic off and my face off. But occasionally, keep an eye out for my reactions, because there might be part of the song that I really like. And there you have it. And as you heard, is my mic back on? Yes. I just, I love turning up the delay and you get a free drum fill with the delay. So that's all good. Yeah, as I'm saying, I like explaining technical stuff because I'm quite a geek. So yeah, I enjoy it. Cool. Well, that's a tune. Thanks so much for joining, John. And give me a message on Slack, and maybe we will set up a live stream just dedicated to how to live stream with OBS. And it's quite a learning curve for me as well, because in order for me to be able to show you OBS is quite challenging to actually show you the screen that I'm looking at here when I'm setting stuff up. But yeah, I can give advice on how to get the voice nice and loud, not clipping out, and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'd recommend downloading OBS. To get Ableton Live to OBS, I'm using Loopback. Because you need to get basically live onto USB channel 1 and 2. So there's probably a free way around it, but I bought Loopback for a different reason, so I just happen to have it, and it is really good for doing loads of different things. Yeah, okay, so I'm a bit spent for the day. It's only bloody 9:20 and I'm whacked. But yeah, hit me up on Slack and we'll carry this on, and then maybe we can try and get a bit of a crew together for me to do a live stream and explain stuff. That would be awesome. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye, and of course we're going to end with my tune again, once again, and I'll see you on the next live stream and on chat. Okay, take care. Thanks. Bye.